Let's do it. When I was a freshman in high school, going into high school, I was just an average kid, just getting the academics done. I was not the top of the class, but I was up there. Just trying to find my way, get my way to college, make my parents proud. It wasn't until I surrounded myself with the wrong people that I started getting into drugs and just, wanting to find that, confidence in myself around those people and, maybe being someone who I really wasn't. But it made me feel good when people looked at me and, thought I was the person they wanted me to be. This was second semester of senior year. The first 6 months, I was nothing but a drug addict, hiding it from my parents, hiding it from my mom, my dad, my family. It started getting intense, and I remember 6 months ago, May of 2022, I had my first overdose. I knew if I were to fall on the spot and die right there, I would be going to hell for sure. And I just asked God, I'm sorry, immediately. Not even 5 seconds after I snapped out, immediately I was calling on God, trying to figure out, just give me another chance. I'm sorry, I really messed up. And my family was around me, trying to keep me alive. And ever since then, I knew God was someone that gave me that second chance. The first time I gave my life to God was in Chi Alpha, the first Chi Alpha I ever went to. They called people to the altar. I remember going, getting on my knees for the first time ever, taking off everything I had, watch, wallet, any jewelry. I took it off, put it in front of me, and I collapsed to the ground and saying, God, I give everything to you. I'm sorry for who I have been in the past, but from this point on, I want you to continue to guide me, continue to lead me on the right path. That was the day I truly gave everything to him. And since then, I've been surrounded by the right people. I've seen his presence everywhere I go, even in the little things. It truly is God that can save you, that God can change you, and that feeling I had been searching for my whole life is the Holy Spirit now, and there is nothing compared to it. And all I want to do now in my life is just figure out what it is, God, that he wants me to do, and that it all be for him. Because even though I've only been walking for him for a few months, within those few months I've learned more about him and this world than I have my whole past 18 years, 17 years being alive. I knew eventually I would have to get baptized because it is a part of taking that next step. I just didn't know when I was going to get baptized, and I heard that people would get baptized here at Altitude, and I just knew in the back of my head, I'm like, is this the place where I will get baptized? And I just talked to God about it, and I hadn't bought my ticket yet. I was planning on to, just wasn't sure what the day was. It wasn't until a Chi Alpha recently where they were giving away 3 tickets, and I remember out of all 300 kids that were there, God, I was one of 300 to go, and I just knew it was God saying, I want you to come, and I want you to hear me, more than you ever have before. And I've questioned whether I should still get baptized, but the way he's looked at me now and talked to me is, why not? Everything that has happened to you so far, everything that, I've put in your life, why not? And the biggest thing holding me back was, sinning after getting baptized and feeling that guilt with God. And that's the worst feeling I've had so far, is that guilt, knowing I sinned, knowing I could be a better person. But getting baptized and looking at it in that why not version is, why not feel that guilt to know that you're in the wrong? Why not, know that you can do better? So I truly do believe it's God who has me here today and is willing to speak to me in ways never before, and taking that next step to baptism to carry on in the future and whatever he has in store for me.